Up here in the top right in the red, it is Zest, down 0-1.
And down to the bottom left, SOS taking that first game, very confident fashion. Jenner Green Wings. All right, Overgrowth is map 2. Both these players seeming to like these two-player maps, the smaller maps. Leads to these counterattacks being more effective, like we saw in game number 1. Do you feel we'll see another aggressive build out of Zest in this map?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, there's so much you can do in this position. When you're down and you're behind, it's hard to think of what build exactly to do, what would be best in this situation. What do you think your opponent is going to do? I feel like SOS is just going to play safe again. I mean, that Nexus was a bit risky, but on King Sejong, you know, the distance is much greater by ground. I don't think he'll go for anything like that, but maybe some kind of robo build, some kind of safe build out of SOS. And I'm not sure if an aggressive build out of Zest would really take advantage of that.
Not sure either. Only time will tell. Gate. Both at the same timing here, basically. And wait and see these gas timings here for just a second. We can keep a close eye on these. It's a rally gas there by Zest. It's going to drop it a little bit later. Actually gets it about a millisecond faster and does his second. And SOS keeping it solo.
So he's going to have more minerals here. He could use that for an extra gate. Could use it for a faster Nexus.
Or both, just like he did last game.
Yeah.
Okay. Probes in the gas. I feel like Zest might do Blink Stalkers again. He was on the cusp of making it work in that last game. You know, he just didn't quite get done what he wanted to. Solid defense by SOS, but if he gets the idea that maybe SOS is going to do the same thing, it wouldn't put it past him to himself do the same thing.
Yeah.
Better map for it.
That is true. So far, not much tech coming out here. We're just waiting for those cyber cores to get up. I was waiting for that gateway to come down. SOS is the first guy to put it down.
Yep, he's going to be doing that, whereas Zest is adding a Stalker, getting his Warp Gate research out. He has less minerals to spend, less to spare, because he got that second gas, just like you were talking about. Everything you've predicted has come true. A little scout in here. Just going to poke around, sees the gas timing, sees no extra gate. Does not, however, see the Twilight Council.
Yeah. That was placed immediately after that probe was out. He wants to get it as soon as possible. And Stargate here for SOS.
So Zest is doing the same build so far. And SOS changing it up a little bit here. Stalker's moving across the middle of the map. And he wants to, if he can, just get any additional information with that solo gate before the Stalkers of his opponent come out of those gates. Because there's a timing when you only go one gate where you have your Stalker first. You can try to poke around, but then two Stalkers pop out for your opponent. You got to get out of there. So he's just trying to make use of that as best as possible.
And the Nexus coming down here for SOS. He's so comfortable to throw down these early Nexi. But this time, you know, going for the Oracle tech, he will be able to force some of the Stalkers of Zest back at home, but still going to be a really hard force at his front door, and he's not going to have Immortals this time nearly as fast.
Well, that Mothership Core should be able to put that Stalker away. Well, the second one comes down. He actually skipped the second Stalker, funny enough, that he would have normally had, despite having two gates. And so these Zest Stalkers are getting a little bit of damage done here. Warp Gate research is almost...
Box facility coming up here for SOS. He knows he needs this for defense against any kind of blink shenanigans. Look at this. Same build that is Zest. We were thinking about whether or not he would do the same build. He's actually doing it. That Stalker just barely misses that Oracle. And there's no defense here in the main.
Uh-oh.
If he warps in there at the front, which I think he may have just done, I see some Stalkers joining the others. He has nothing here for defense.
This is disaster. This is a nightmare scenario here. He's got nothing nearby, nothing at all. One Stalker is sort of close.
That could just be game, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, He's killed 10 probes. They're all running super far away from the Nexus. When are they even going to get back?
Oh, that is game. He's killed almost every probe. He was able to kill probes until his energy ran out. And didn't take a scratch.
Yeah.
Blink's done. He's going to blink into a Nexus cannon, and that's going to be game.
And an Immortal. Once he sees this, I mean, it should be about it. Snipes out the Sentry. Backs off.
Well, a small victory, all things considered. As soon as that Oracle has more energy, he could do so many different things with it. He even try to chase and kill perhaps these Stalkers. I was just going to say a lot of extra energy for SOS on that Mothership, or on the Nexus.
Mothership just barely missed the scout on that Stargate, but the Stargate's not doing anything. I mean, Zest just doesn't have enough minerals and gas to make anything out of it. He's able to defend there, but SOS, all he has to do is just remake that Nexus. He's going to be so far ahead. Zest isn't going to be able to pressure anytime soon.
SOS still not utilizing that chrono energy on his Nexus very well. I'll start a Nexus though. Yeah, I don't think he realizes just how over this game basically is. Does chase those away, but they're distracting for this Oracle. Let's see what it can get done. Nexus cannon's already ready. Is he paying attention? He needs to just Nexus cannon that. Okay. Yeah.
He's able to
He might even lose it. Oh, one more.
He's able to get 4 kills, but that doesn't compare to 15. And SOS has had his for a lot longer here. Trying to find something over here are 4 Stalkers. He has 2 for defense, or 3 in the main base.
With that, you know, he's sort of evened up the working out a little bit. Like he's trying, right? Dark Shrine, win behind.
That's a desperate play.
He's got a Stargate, a Dark Shrine, and Blink. A lot of tech.
Yeah, we already got an Observer here for SOS. So, as long as that's in position, should be able to defend against the DTs.
This counter push we're about to see from SOS is very similar to last games. Okay, you did Blink, and it failed, and now I have Blink of my own and Immortals, and I'm going to kill you with my better economy. I'm going to have way more Stalkers than you do. And that actually means he doesn't have any Nexus energy, or rather any Mothership Core energy left when the real push comes.
Yeah, trying to make his own Nexus here.
That was actually some pretty swanky micro there by Zest. Doesn't end up mattering, but
Stargate's going to be taken out here. Finally gets that scene. And
the counter blink is ready, so if these Stalkers try to do anything tricky, he's just going to kill them.
I think Zest's going to try to move this army away with that Observer, possibly out of the base, and then come in with some DTs and try to get a huge amount of probe kills to try to get back in this game.
It's got to be the idea, right?
Yeah. SOS does see the pylon.
Question is, did he see the DTs? This could be end up into a bit of a funny ending here. Oh, he's staying home anyways. He's so close by. God. He's still so close by, though.
Oh, Zest is waiting. This is smart, though. He's letting that get so far away.
Oh, he sees it. And he's just going to hold position here. Forge goes up first. And I guess he's going to target the Robo, but there's an Observer out already.
By the time that goes down, I mean, he should send that Observer home, right?
Well, I guess he's just going to base trade. There's 3 more DTs, actually. This game could get crazy. We have seen games like this won by the player who has the DTs. Yeah, because things like this Nexus cannon are going to buy a lot of time.
And he's focusing on that Nexus. He's taking damage on those Stalkers. Loses one. Focusing down that Sentry.
So let's talk about win conditions here. If Zest is able to, for any reason, kill the Observer, then he will likely win the game. How can he do that? He has an Oracle. If he can use this Oracle's Revelation ability and snipe the Observer of SOS, he will win the game. It's not going to be an easy task, though. He has to protect the Oracle in order to do that.
Yeah.
Does he have any probes on the map?
Zest?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. And that's one big thing. I mean, you should be able to focus down pretty much all the probes of Zest here. He's going to try to run away. There's the force field.
Oh, nicely done, trapping those inside.
I think that's all the probes of Zest.
I think so, too. I think you're right. Find out in just a second. One more. Oh, it's on the watchtower.
Look at this sneaky guy.
Okay. Okay, now he's got a second one. Another one finished at the Nexus.
Wow. Okay. That
Now
guy's
he
on the
needs
run.
to snipe the Observer. That's his win condition here. Or how many buildings are left? Okay, the Nexus is still over there, so none of these buildings really matter all that much.
Yeah. He's just going to clear them out. And then from there, like you were saying, he's going to want to snipe that Observer. I don't think SOS is ever going to let him on the ramp while he has an Observer here.
He just has so many probes. So if his Nexus finishes, it's Zest who has to make the move, not SOS. And he just won't ever be able to do it.
Zest is taking the gold right now.
But with only 3 probes, I don't think it'll end up mattering.
Yeah,
the army supply
not.
is not 41 to 41 right now. It's highly in favor of SOS. He has Immortals, more Stalkers, and he can fight with his probes if need be.
Yeah, and Zest has given up on the idea of sniping that Observer. He just made 3 Archons. He's going to try to bolster his army in that way.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is not going to work. Here's the real army supply. It's 39 to 37. It is fairly close. But with the high ground advantage and Immortals, keep in mind, too, actually, though, that gold base is going to have more minerals in total. This base is almost mined out from the main. I'm just trying to give you guys all the info here. There's still a pretty desperate situation for Zest, but he may actually just try to hold the ramp. Nope, that's not what he's trying. Here he goes.
Look up here.
Yeah, I don't even know why he didn't turn on the cannon on the Oracle, but this is just not enough. Even the Nexus cannon in the back helping out. GG.
GG's out.
SOS taking 2 wins back-to-back. A cool game, you know, a good choice, you know, win behind Dark Shrine. The reason why people say this is because sometimes you can, you know, edge a win back out from being super, super behind.
Yeah, definitely true. Now the Jenner coach is going to come in and talk to SOS, calm him down, make sure he's not too overconfident getting into this 3rd game. He's got to keep his head level, steady, take that 3rd win. Zest looks a bit confused. KT coach is going to go in there as well.
All right. Zest looking angry. I think the coach might be discussing the possibility of trying to contain him. You know, maybe snipe the Observer. A lot of different things he could have tried to do. A contain would have been hard to pull off with both players having Blink Stalkers, because if you try to contain, then he just blinks out the back and goes around and outmaneuvers you that way. But that's tough too, because if he blinks out the back, then he becomes exposed. It's a really interesting concept of where that game could have gone. But Zest decided, you know, he got a bit desperate. He wanted to break up the ramp. He knew his opponent had way more probes, and I think that scared him.
Yeah, he felt like his best shot wasn't to go late because he knew that the probes were